In the last 24 hours, there has been a massive shift in the war between Iran, USA, and Israel. It feels like we are entering the second stage of this war. And as I have said in my last report, this war can massively affect most countries around the world, in a very bad way. So let's dive deeper. In my yesterday's report, I explained to you how Iran was doing better than the US and Israel expected, as instead of only targeting Israel, they were targeting US bases and assets in neighboring countries. By doing this, Iran threw a spanner in the US's plan, as they were only expecting Iran to target Israel. As a result, US air defense resources were spread out. We already received the report saying that Gulf countries were asking the US for more air defense missiles to defend against Iranian strikes. However, USA obviously has an upper hand, as they have several times more resources compared to Iran, and are under no sanctions. But as many people have said, USA's plan of quick victory over Iran didn't go according to the plan, even though they managed to get Iranian leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. And the response from Iranian people was also opposite to what the US expected, as they are asking their leader to respond to the USA strongly. This means that this war will not end quickly and will last long. And as a result, many people were asking whether the US will do any type of ground invasion to achieve their objective. As you can see, this scenario is a really scary one, and it seems like we are heading towards this direction. Since this morning, many sources are reporting that the US and Israel are allegedly arming Kurdish fighters to spark an uprising in Iran. However, I remind you that this is not confirmed, and no one can confirm this. We can only confirm it if this happens in the coming days. So take the information with a grain of salt. What sources are suggesting is, these US-backed fighters will allegedly start the ground invasion in Iran. While some are even saying that Azerbaijan might also join, as they have recently deployed their forces to the Iranian border for security reasons. I once again say, take everything with a grain of salt. Now it seems like the ground invasion is the second stage, because in the last 24 hours, US and Israel, in addition to targeting high-ranking officials, including the President's office, have started attacking Iranian Revolutionary Guards headquarters all over Iran. As you can see, dots are joining, but we cannot say anything for sure. Furthermore, Iran has also stepped up its response in the attack. As you know, they were targeting US bases in Gulf countries, but they have now started targeting energy facilities, ports and hotels where US officials are staying. And as the Strait of Hormuz is blocked, this is putting immense pressure on world trade, and particularly on US and Gulf countries. And as I said in my last report, with each passing day, chances of another country entering this war increases. Recently, one of the Gulf countries said they reserve the right to strike Iran in response to Iranian strikes. As you can see, there is a real chance that more countries could get involved in the near future if this war continues. The stock market of many countries has already responded, because many countries depend massively on Gulf oil. I read many comments on my last video. Many of you had an interesting take on the situation. Maybe I can address it in my next report. So let me know what you think of the possible second stage. Are people just fear-mongering? Or do you think there is a chance of this getting out of hand?